One of the 4 goal defining techniques is about visioning, helping another person to very clearly imagine in their mind what the future is going to be like before it happens. Because if you can help a person get that level of detail, it can do 2 things. Firstly, it can help them get excited, maybe motivated, maybe inspired. But secondly, it can also identify lots of different things that appear in that vision that might ultimately transform into an umbrella goal and represent part of the chunks or the mini umbrellas beneath it. So a couple of questions to consider is, when do you use an umbrella goal? Sorry, not an umbrella goal, I got caught up in what I was saying there. When do you use a vision? Right? And the second question is, how do you actually help a person get a vision? So let's answer the first question. When do you use visioning? I use it in 2 main ways. Either the person gives me a clue when I'm coaching them, and typically they might say something like, I just want to focus on the future, I just want to imagine. And if a person tells me that they want to imagine, my job is to help them to imagine. Or it might be where a person is talking about a very big project, something that's ambitious, and you know that they've started to imagine it, so you just help them build on that. Okay. Occasionally, I will also use it at the end of a coaching session when we've done all the possibilities, we've got an action plan, and as part of helping them to plan the next steps, it might be appropriate for them to take them out into the future and say, now just imagine, you've actually achieved it. Okay. So with that in mind, what I'd like to do is demonstrate with you a vision, and I have Natalie with me here, and I'm going to involve Natalie in helping her to define a vision for something that I know she's already defined a goal about. And that, Natalie, is about running the Race for Life, a 5-kilometre race on that. And I know you've got a clear goal about that, and we've checked that. What I'm going to invite you to do is to imagine that date in August has now arrived, okay? And you are experiencing running the race, and your goal was to do it in 45 minutes or less, wasn't it? Okay. So to do this, just imagine that it's happening. Imagine that it's happening now, and you're actually achieving your goal. Just talk out loud and describe your vision for your success on that day.
I'll be very excited. I think I'll be pretty out of breath by the time I finished.
Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I want you to notice Natalie started talking about what she thinks she will be, right? And what I'm going to encourage Natalie to do is talk about it in present tense.
Okay.
So imagine the date is the day of the race. Do you want to do the vision while you're running, or do you want it at the end?
At the end.
At the end?
Yeah.
Okay. So whereabouts are you when you're having your vision?
I've just crossed the finish line.
Just crossed, right.
Yeah.
So start talking it through in your mind. The date is, I've just crossed the finish line, and I am.
Okay.
And then start to use all your senses about what that will feel like, what you're seeing.
The date is August 2013. The date is still to be determined, but I've just crossed the finish line. I've seen the clock and it says 44 minutes and 32 seconds.
Okay.
So I'm extremely happy that I have completed my goal in under 45 minutes. Quite proud.
Yeah. What else can you hear or see?
I can hear a lot of noise, a lot of other people congratulating each other, applause from the crowd, screams of excitement, music maybe that's coming out of loudspeakers.
What are you saying to yourself inside your head?
Well done, you've done it. You've raised X amount of money for cancer research. I think I need to go and sit down now, I'm quite out of breath. And I'm feeling really chuffed with myself.
Okay, right. And is that what you want it to be like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you want to be happening at that moment that will absolutely make it great for you?
I'd really like if was possible to have maybe the check of the amount of money that I've raised to be able to give to a representative of cancer research there, that would be brilliant.
Okay.
It'd be to have a picture taken with my little medal that says you've completed, you've crossed the finish line.
Okay. So why don't you imagine that then?
Yeah.
Why don't you imagine you having your picture taken with the medal and having a cheque to present?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you notice that just getting a little bit more information out now, and if Natalie says that's what I really want, is to have that cheque there, the coaching could be around, well, how do we help you get that cheque there? What could you possibly do? Who could you possibly involve? Because that is part of her vision. So it's things that she wants to hold, things that she wants to have happen, things that she wants to see, to hear, to feel, to say. And the role of the coach is just to prompt that, right? And did you notice at various points there, a great big smile went over Natalie's face because she's going, yeah, that's what I want. This should be a happy moment, right? Now, it might be, depending on the scale of that vision, that the next thing for you to do as a coach is to say, let's start scoping some of that under an umbrella goal. Right, there's some things there, and there's some things there, there's some things there, right? And then you might actually break that down into a series of SMART goals, and perhaps qualitative goals might be there as well about how she wants to feel at a certain thing. Okay, so that's just a demonstration about a vision, but let's just recap on some key points here. A vision is about taking another person into the future in their imagination. And it's really helpful if you can make it present tense. So the person is saying, I am, rather than I will be. And just notice the difference there. SMART goals are very much, I will be doing this, or I will have achieved that. Visioning is when you're fully present. I'm hearing, I'm seeing, I'm saying, I'm holding, I'm doing, I'm feeling. Use all of those senses and make it really, really rich. A good coach very often just needs to make sure that the person's in the present tense and just gently prompt them with, what else? What else do you want happening? What else do you want to feel? What else do you want to see? Okay? And that's what makes a great vision.